All right. I'd like to recognize Steve Kessinger, 26 years with Kiwanis this week.
You want to start with Greg? I think he wants to give an invocation.
Okay, I
Greg?
can't. Is she? Am I on?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're on okay.
Because it's Rosh Hashanah.
Okay. Before I start, I wanted to say that a special commemorative death as it is today. And I know I didn't say anything to Kelly about this, but she knows today's the 20th anniversary of the death of our governor, Frank O'Bannon. He died 20 years ago today in Chicago, and I just wanted to remember him as someone who was very dedicated to our principles of giving back and being a part of our state. And so I just wanted to mention that. I had one picture.
I'm on a Zoom. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Greg, are you there?
Froze up.
Nancy, we
Yeah.
had this problem the other day, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Was that Steve Farrow?
Zoom user, maybe.
Yeah. Sounded like him.
Oh, there he is. He always surprises us.
Looks like Steve or Greg is still frozen.
Well, we can throw Greg back in a little bit later to do that.
Greg in a minute. Anyway, I want to congratulate Steve Kessinger on 26 years with Kiwanis, and he runs the Young Child Priority 1 program that we have with School 27 for the preschool and kindergartners. And as you can see on your screen, we've given over $100,000 to teachers in low-income schools for preschool and kindergartners to encourage learning for these young people. So if you've not been a part of Priority 1, it's just a great program when you go into the schools and help the children. Roger, you want to talk about dues? You want me to? Well, I will. Okay.
Here,
So
I got you.
okay.
Everyone should have received their dues statements by now. If you haven't, please let Kelly know. And more importantly, thanks for the dues payments that have been coming in already. I know we had Bill and Mary were our first payment, so congratulations. No award for that, but thank you. So we appreciate everybody's involvement, even if you're not active with the club or can't be. Your support is still very important to us for all the programs we try to run. And then another item, our next IOs is lunch.
Hello. I got
Monday, September the 25th. That's a change. That's the fourth Monday of this month. We didn't have enough people to make it to the Monday on the third Monday. So mark your calendar if you want to come and join us. Please let me know. We've got an interclub coming from Lawrence club with Marge. She's bringing 3 other people, so should be a nice event. So thank you.
Thank you,
Mary.
All right, I think Greg's back with us. Greg, would you like to share the invitation?
Yeah, I don't have a picture. Let me see what I can do here. I don't know what happened.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're there.
Anyway, I wanted to memorize, or I wanted to memorialize Frank O'Bannon as a great governor. Now, I can't see you, but I assume that you might be able to see me. I don't know. I'm trying to.
Do you want to share your screen, Greg?
Somebody trying. I'll try it. Am I there? Okay, there I am. All right. So anyway, Frank was a great governor, and he was my friend, and I wanted you to know that he had the principles of Kiwanis in mind. Now, tomorrow is Rosh Hashanah, and it has a particular meaning for Jews and Christians because it goes back to 5,783 years ago when the Jews and Christians, or actually all Jews, were building the temple in Jerusalem. And so it is a day of reflection tomorrow. The shofar as a ram's horn is blown. Some Christian organizations take it as a holiday. For example, Brebeuf High School closes down for Rosh Hashanah because it is something that goes back to our derivation as a common people. So the Jewish high holidays start tomorrow with Rosh Hashanah and representing a new year, a special prayer of being together and thinking about things that we can do to make our world better. I did a poem that I'm going to read here as an invocation, and I'll send this to you, Kelly, if you want to put it in for this week. And it's called A Personal Prayer. Threats to my family and science: heat, floods, fires, warming, and storms, extinction of species, destruction of trees, pollution of air, water, and land. If humans keep destroying our planet by our own short-sighted actions, despoiling our planet, no one will save us. I will do my part to restrain my consumption.
I think we lost him again, but we certainly understand where he's going with that invocation. Let's go on and continue.
For me, this is my prayer on Rosh Hashanah, the new year. Okay, you can't hear me anymore. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm there again. Thank you, and it's Lashana Tova, a good new year for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Mark your calendars for Thursday, the 28th of October, which is going to be past presidents, career, civic, and Kiwanis of the Year recipients will be joining us. Past President's Day is our annual get-together to connect and celebrate with achievements for the past over 100 years. Eric Rowland will be receiving this year's Career Award, and Graham Honecker will be presented the Civic Award. On October the 5th, Thursday, the Indiana District Governor is going to install the new officers. We're also going to have Riley Hospital share more about the giving opportunity for the Reach Out Indiana campaign and the alarming rates of youth suicide, depression, and other mental health conditions devastating children and teens. So at the district convention, Roger and I don't know if Trent was there or not, heard what they're doing with this program. It is fabulous on getting with the schools and the primary care physicians to help identify kids with who are suicidal and other mental health conditions. It's radically different than what has been done before, and they're being very successful. We need to have them come and speak at our club. Just incredible. Okay, do you know a local nonprofit that serves kids? We've got this foundation and we need to spend the money. So if you know of a nonprofit that focuses on children, they can go to the website, indykiwanis.org/grants, and fill out the application. We've got money. We need to spend it. I've already reached out to one not-for-profit that didn't even know about this. So please put your thinking caps off, and we're here to help children. This is one way to do it, and it's an easy way to do it. Okay, thank you. So along with our key clubbers, we're ready to begin helping with the Coats for Kids next month. So on October the 12th, Thursday, instead of having our regular meeting, we're going to be at the state fairgrounds. Do we have a time, Kelly, that we're signed up for?
Yeah, there's a block of time that's in the afternoon, but there's that same availability all week long. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Okay.
as well as all day Saturday. So people can pick a time that meets their needs.
Great. You get attendance points. It's a great thing. A lot of people bring their families to do this to help out. So we'd encourage you to do that. And again, this year, they're expecting 4,000 kids needing coats. It's amazing that need is there, but we're here to help them. So please put that in your calendar. And also mark your calendar for these upcoming Zoom programs on the 19th of October. Back with us is Diana Henriques to talk about her book, Taming the Street. Remember, she was here a few months back on Zoom. She wrote the book about Bernie Madoff. On December 14th, Dr. Stacy Gowan is going to talk about the Athletes Against Anti-Semitism and Discrimination Consortium. And on January 11th, Bob McKillop and the 2024 NIT tournament at Hinkle Fieldhouse. We're also working on a program with the new NCAA president, Charlie Baker, to come and speak with us, as well as the former CKI International President, Scott Beerby. Okay, Chuck.
Yes.
Youth recognition. You want to touch
Yes.
base on that?
Our next youth recognition program or event is on December 7th at the Colts Gridiron Hall. We'll be presenting $5,000 in scholarships and honoring players and coaches at the Marion County High School Football Awards banquet. And I think this is the 69th, event, Kiwanis event. So I'd like to thank my committee members, Rob Schlegel and Bill Du Bois and Roger Cummings. We'll be picking the outstanding scholars. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to answer any questions. We are, if you've never been out there to the Gridiron Hall, it's really an amazing facility and you should all plan to attend. It's a great place and it's a great way to get your weekend going in the right direction.
Chuck, is Gridiron Hall, is that their headquarters or?
It's out on 56th Street and
right.
it's
by Eagle Creek.
Exactly. It's an event stadium and it's connected to their practice facility. A lot of times they're there. I don't know they're practicing and sometimes they'll open the curtains and let us watch the practice going on, which is great for the student athletes.
Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it.
You bet.
A reminder for those who are on the Abe Lincoln Committee, the 23rd of September, which is a Saturday, we're meeting our first meeting for this school year at the Carmel Library. We're building our list of Kiwanis ambassadors to reach out to the Marion County High School principals to invite them to participate in our youth recognition and scholarship program. So if you're on that committee, or if you're interested in being in that committee, please come. It's, hang on, I'm sorry. It's from 10 to 1:30. Okay. Abe Lincoln nominations will be due on the 1st of December, and we'll meet the candidates at Butler University on January 16th for interviews. And the scholarship presentation is again going to be this year at Primo's, Friday, February the 9th. Please put that in your calendar. We need as many people there as possible to celebrate this fabulous program to recognize senior high school students who have overcome adversity. So thank you. I now like to introduce a grant impact recap recipient, LaNisha Clark. She's the executive director of Freewheelin Community Bikes, to provide a recap of the $2,500 foundation grant for their Earn a Bike program. LaNisha? Can you take off mute? You may have stepped. LaNisha, are you there?
Yes.
There you go.
Hi, I am so sorry. I am here. I'm having severe technical issues.
You're not the only one.
I apologize. I'm actually also asking to join via my phone. Whoever's watching the Zoom waiting room, that's me, because I keep getting kicked off the internet. I'm at a space downtown.
Okay.
So I'm reliant on their Wi-Fi. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for letting me in. Okay, hopefully there's not an echo. So good afternoon, everyone. I am LaNisha Clark. Thank you for having me in advance. Again, I apologize if my video goes away. I will be quick just so that I can get a presentation done before it kicks me off the internet. But I wanted to share a little bit about what Freewheelin is up to. Is it okay if I share my screen?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Perfect. All right. Well,
So you're a co-host. You should be able to just click on share screen at the bottom.
okay. It's not wanting to share the screen. I wanted to share. Thank you. Why?
You're
Here we
not the
go.
only one running into challenges today. We all seem to have little technology hiccups today. Looks like it's working.
There we go. All right. So first and foremost, I'll be quick, but thank you so much for your wonderful, outstanding support of Freewheelin Community Bikes. We are very appreciative and very thankful for it. What's been going on with Freewheelin since I last, I don't know, sent an update in? So during the 2023 school year, we have been just cranking away. And I wanted to provide as many visuals as possible so that you all can see what we are up to. But please know at any time, you are welcome to come to the bike shop and take a tour. Please, please come and check us out. I'm happy to give you a tour. But what's going on in the bike shop? Let me back up. We are the only full-service nonprofit community bike shop in Central Indiana. And so we are fortunate to have a full-service bike shop. With 3 certified bike mechanics. I did not insert their pictures in here. These are pictures of the kiddos, but the bike shop crew has sold 250 bikes. And again, this was over a certain period of time, but we sold 250 bikes to neighbors. We did 600 tune-ups and over 3,000 minor repairs. So that's what the bike shop is doing. We also were able to donate with the generosity of organizations like yourself, 23 bikes through our Spokes for Hope Give Back program for neighbors who don't have a car and need reliable transportation to get to school, to get home, to get to work, to get to doctor's appointments. So we were able to give them 23 bikes to the community. These are pictures of our young people and our apprentices working in the bike shop and getting their apron certifications. So we had a great time in the shop. Programming wise, for 2023, well, this should have been 2022, 2023, I apologize. We implemented 7 different programs. So whether that was our basic bike mechanic class, which is called Green Apron. So that's when we teach them just how to fix a flat tire. What are the tools? What are the parts of the bike? Really basic. We did about 6 sessions of those. We did a fall break camp. So kiddos who wanted something to do during fall break and spring break, we opened the bike shop and they came in for 5 hours a day. We did a 7-week summer enrichment camp. And then we did a couple of rounds of advanced bike mechanic courses. So we did 7 programs, and within that we did about 4 or 5 cohorts within each program. We hosted 162 students on site, so you're seeing some of their pictures here. These are kiddos that came to us on site at 34th and Central, and we served more through our mobile bike lab, which is a new initiative in 2023. We acquired a van, which was challenging, but we got it, and we outfitted it with tools and parts and bikes, and now we are going to communities that cannot make it to us. And through that initiative, we have already served 75 students, and that's just this year. So we've reached that 200 student goal, and we are just very, very excited for your support. And a fun fact, this summer, our kiddos, over 7 weeks, and this was between 89 different students, they rode 3,490 miles in Indianapolis on their bikes. every field trip, everywhere we went, they rode their bikes. You want to go to the park? Get on your bike. You want to go to the library, which we did weekly? Let's get on the bike. So about 3,400 miles. Awesome. Senior celebration. I bring this up. This is not very common. I've been doing this work for 23 years. And this is not very common, but we actually celebrated with 5 seniors. These are individuals that came through our programs and our employees, but they're Freewheelin team members. 5 of them. 3 of them graduated from college. 2 of them graduated from high school, and were apprentices of ours. And we're so proud. I don't want to tear up and cry, but I am just so proud of these kiddos. 2 of them are both of our high school seniors who graduated, are first generation college students, which is awesome. One went to Ball State to be an actor, and the other one went to IU, and she's going to study. Oh my goodness, why did that just lapse? I'm having a lapse here, but oh, she's going to be a journalist because she said she wants to share stories like her own. So so proud. We're so proud to be able to brag that we're producing graduates and students. So I wanted to share with that. Out of our 3 college seniors, 2 of them are actually employed with us. They stayed on and they have jobs with us. Our apprentices, that's Youth Education and Entrepreneurship Training Program. They were rocking it out last year. We had about 12 apprentices last year who kind of came and went in different cohorts. And they did everything from do a holiday sale where they actually had to interact and run their own store and interact with the community. They did donation days where they collected bikes. They passed out candy on Halloween at different outreach events. They became peer mentors, which are some of the pictures here, ride leaders, and participated in resume building workshops and professional development. And then we did college tours, hence why they're going to college, which was super cool. So our apprentices are doing well, and these are 14 to 18-year-olds who live in Marion County. We don't make that a requirement, but for the most part, that is a targeted demographic, and that is what we receive. And those young people receive a bike, and they are paid. It's a paid apprenticeship, so that hopefully that will set a foundation for what's to come next, whether that's a career or furthering their education. So I believe that is my 3, probably more than that, 5 minutes, but I wanted to share the impact that your gift has made. It has allowed us to continue to say yes to students who would not have access to bicycle education programming. And for that, we're appreciative of you.
LaNisha, thank you so much for your presentation and everything that you and your team does for all the children in the community, because that's what we're about, and we're happy we could give you funding to keep your program going. Thank you
so much. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Jen Gebhard. She is a 2008 IUPUI graduate and is the current director of the Central Indiana Regional Transportation Authority. She got interested in transportation while living in England. I'm sure that's another program all into itself. But Jen, why don't you go ahead and give your presentation? We look forward to hearing from you.
Great, thank you for having me. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
Nope, you're good.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, again, thank you. My name's Jennifer. I've been with CIRTA for quite some time. It feels like a decade. I kind of joke. I'm like, have I been working that long in my career? Right, Kelly and I go way back. And CIRTA and our core programs today is what I will be educating you guys on. Sorry, we cannot open the presentation because we ran into a problem. What? Okay. Why are there all these technology problems today for us, you guys? I tested this earlier.
If you want to email it to me, I can pull it up and you can just start
Yeah.
talking if you want to try
Yeah,
that.
sure. Let me do that really quick. I mean, I don't even know if I need the presentation, you guys. I've worked here long enough. Let's just talk. Let me tell you a little bit about CIRTA. So CIRTA is the Central Indiana Regional Transportation Authority. We were established back, it was 2004. And our mission is to help to connect people to opportunities. We are established by state statute, government entity, and we have several core programs today that I want to discuss with you. The first program that is very popular is called our Commuter Connect program. And with our programs, all of our programs that I'm going to be discussing today, anybody who lives or works in Marion County or any of the surrounding county can participate in any of them. So when you hear me talk about these programs, somebody who lives in Marion County or works in Marion County, somebody who is commuting into work in Marion County, who could live in Ohio, they could live in Gary, Indiana, and still participate in our program as long as they're commuting into live or work in one of the areas. So our first program is called Commuter Connect. We are funded through a couple different sources. We're funded through government grants, congestion mitigation air quality grants, in addition to partner contributions that are provided by the commissioners in all of the central Indiana area. The Commuter Connect program is our carpool vanpool program. We have a program where we connect individuals in the area with others to form carpools, vanpools, provide transit plans in the community, and it's a free resource. So what people do, and I am going to keep trying to, I should try to email you this because I do have some pretty visuals now that I think about it. Let me take a minute to that because I do want to show some of these pretty pictures. Bear with me. Why is this not working? Okay, presentation.
Has anyone heard of Commuter Connect before?
No.
See, good.
Perfect. Today is the new day. All right. Let's see. Can't get rid of this box. Okay, here we go. It's not going to show up your email. Kelly, what's your email?
KOLES@indykiwanis.org.
Okay. My computer is just like, my mouse is frozen. Okay. So the Commuter Connect program, as I was mentioning, it is a carpool vanpool program. Think of it like a match.com for carpooling. So at the end of the day, anybody can go to our website at www.commuterconnect.us. And we'll do a free search for people. So whether they have access to a vehicle, whether they don't have access to a car at all, whether they're trying to get transportation plans from point A to point B, we can help in that area for free of charge. The match.com is something that a lot of people can relate to because at the end of the day, what happens is we do a free search for you and you'll get an email from us that will state, hey, here's a list of people who live near you, that work near you, that have similar hours. And with that being said, thanks, Kelly. No, like my whole screen is, I don't know, I'm not working here, so I don't even know. You guys can still see me, right?
Oh yeah, we can see you.
Okay, great. I don't have anything. I'm looking, I don't know what's happening. So, but yeah, so freematch.com for carpooling. And with that database and with our free carpool matching option that we have, we also then work with employers. So we have a team of outreach representatives that go out in the community, and they're trying to connect with businesses to educate employees and different community organizations on our programs. And then when we go into those companies and work with them, we provide some additional free benefits to those individuals at those employers. So one of those benefits is called a free emergency ride home service. So we are trying to reward people and get people to get to work any other way besides driving by themselves. So I'm sure all of you guys sitting on this call at one point or another have driven to work at some point in your life where you've been stuck in traffic and you've been frustrated and you've gotten into the office and you're like, oh my gosh, it took me forever to get here. Indiana is a very car-centric, region. We all have cars. Some of us, we have multiple cars. We have free parking. We have no tolls. So, promoting carpooling for different reasons. For us at CIRTA, everybody we speak to carpools for different reasons. Some people do it to help save money, reduce pollution. Other people do it because of the stress. And a lot of people we work with love our program because it's a way to get connected with others because they don't have any other way to get to work because they don't have transportation. So when we go to those employers, we offer that free emergency ride home service, which is a free benefit for anybody who registers with us that works for a participating employer. And if they ride the bus to get to work, if they drive to work with somebody else, if they walk or they bike to get to work, they're eligible for that free benefit. In addition to that, we help employers by giving them things like free carpool parking signs. Maybe they have as an incentive to help encourage people to consider alternative modes to get to work. In addition to that, we do things like help those employers specifically set up those carpool parking signs because they have limited parking. They have parking issues. They have, people are getting to work 25 minutes early because there's just simply not enough parking at that place of employment. So the carpool program is very flexible, and we also then have a van pool program. And our van pool program is a partnership we have with Commute by Enterprise. Commute by Enterprise is our contractor, and before the pandemic hit, CIRTA had 38 vans on the road, and a van is pretty much a group of anywhere from 4 to 15 people that are all commuting from one geographic area to the other. And so, for example, we have one currently that goes from Bloomington to Indianapolis, and they're taking people to jobs at the State House and at Eli Lilly. We have one right now that is going from Carmel, taking people to Kokomo, and to get up there for different jobs as well. And then with the van pool program, people sign an agreement with Enterprise. They pay a monthly fee to be in a van. Everybody in that van is a volunteer. So it's just, again, maybe 7 people that live in Carmel that are commuting to Kokomo or somewhere else. They might meet at a big box store. It's possible that that van might go home with one of the people who are in it every single day, and they park it in their driveway. And then they might make 2 or 3 stops along the way to get people, and then they head on to their final destination of their place of employment. As you can see on the screen that Kelly shared, that's just an example of one of the vans that we have in our fleet in the picture. And then CIRTA helps to subsidize the cost of those vans. So we help pay up to $50 per person, up to $550 a month for our 15-passenger vans. And we can work with employers in the community. So if you are aware of a company that might be having transportation struggles, or know of a group of people who might be having transportation struggles, we can come out, do a Van Pool 101 presentation with them for free, get their zip codes by shift, analyze the information, and see if we can start a van pool from that area to provide transportation resources. Right now, we have 13 vans. After the pandemic happened, we lost a lot of our vans to telework, believe it or not. We still had 10 operating every single day, and the number is kind of always moving, but we're always looking to grow more, and we have the availability to be able to do so if the need is there. I'm going to stop for a minute and just kind of recap. So we talked about our carpool program with Commuter Connect. We talked about our van pool program and with Commuter Connect. We also, during the pandemic, we started a bike buddy program. So, and we learned that so many people during the pandemic went out and they purchased bikes, and all these people have bikes now sitting in their garages. And prior to the pandemic, Bike Indianapolis, another local not-for-profit here in Central Indiana, has been trying so hard to, how do we get more people educated about cycling? How do we get more people educated about rules on the road? How do we get more people to feel safe to ride bikes? And with CIRTA and having a mission to try to get, you know, more people out of their single occupancy vehicles, we're like, we should look at like having a bike buddy program. So we started this program where we work with Bike Indianapolis, and we matched experienced cyclists that Bike Indianapolis provides and trains with people in the community who might want to get connected with them, just to learn a little bit more about biking. It might be as simple as, hey, I have a bike, it's sitting in my garage. I don't know how to fill up the tires. I don't know how to change the gears. Maybe they want to just get comfortable trying to ride their bike in their community. Maybe they want to learn how to bike commute to get to work, because there's a lot that goes with that. How do I dress properly? How do I shower? What trails are safe to take to get there, if any at all? So we've been excited about that. And since in the last, every summer, we've been matching a little over 100 people in the community right now with a bike buddies, and that program is growing and showing interest. In addition to that, CIRTA has a school pool program, which a lot of people don't know about. So Kelly might be able to relate to this, because I know we live kind of in the same community, but where I live in Fishers, Indiana, we have like 5 schools in like literally 2 miles of my house. And every single day, the congestion of the carpool lines and the people in those lines, like sitting in their cars with their cars idling, is interesting to see. And then we know there's a lot of private schools and even public schools now that have transportation challenges, whether they don't have any yellow school bus at all, or any transportation system at all, or driver shortages, or all sorts of different things that have been coming up. And we can work with any school in Central Indiana, and CIRTA's footprint is Marion County and all of the surrounding donut counties. So any single school in those counties, we can work with them to get specific data points and do free matches, carpool matches, to connect families with other families to help with transportation for those students at those schools. So those are just some of the great programs that the Commuter Connect program as CIRTA offers the community. Coming up actually next Friday, if anybody is going to be downtown, we're going to have our big event of the year. It's International Car Free Day. Car Free Day is September 22nd every single year, and we've been hosting Car Free Day Indy now for over 8 years, and we have a big celebration down on the circle. Free breakfast, lunch, a band, there'll be giveaways. Right now, anybody who registers to get a free carpool match or bike match or transit plan, or already is taking transportation to get to work and just needs to register with us, if they register by the end of the day on Car Free Day, they'll be entered into some drawings for some fun prizes. We're giving away 2 $250 gift cards, and then we got tickets donated for Tim McGraw concert tickets, as well as Pink and John Mellencamp as well. So we're excited for that. So please share the word with anybody you might know. And if you're going to be downtown that day, please come join us. Again, people can even register if they just want to try to register to go car light that day and drive a little less than you did the day before. So the other programs I would like to talk about are some of the other initiatives that CIRTA has as well. We have a workforce connector program. So CIRTA has 2 buses that connect with the current Indigo system to get people out, Marion County residents, out to jobs in Plainfield and Whitestown. So they're called our workforce connectors, and they're $1 to ride each way. There's a downtown express option at 5:15 or 5:10 now a.m. every single morning from downtown Indy across from the transit center. And we are doing a study for that service right now to actually even improve it in the hopes that we're looking to offer more of a, hopefully more of a kind of curb to curb service, of more of like a dial a ride type of service for those communities to help with travel time and things to that extent. So, but we helped start these programs with the specific town's support as well. We identified FTA funding and to kind of have a startup grant, and then we were able to work with these communities to create economic improvement districts to then help fund the service long term after the funding would run out. And right now, both of the services, both of the routes are actually, the Plainfield connector also connects at the Indigo Route 8 stop off of Bridgeport Road. And the Whitestown connector connects off of over by Traders Points at the Traders Point Shopping Center, in addition to the one time a day that it connects downtown. We then also have a County Connect program. So we're working on, so County Connect is, there's a lot of different transportation resources throughout the region and the community. And a lot of people use CIRTA as kind of like a one call, almost like a one call like resource center. We just happen to get many calls throughout the years of, hey, I have this transportation need. So we coordinate quarterly meetings with all of the providers. And right now we have a really exciting study going on to hopefully do an integrated technology plan. Right now, all of these separate transportation providers in our region, they all have dispatchers, and they all have different technology that they use. And somebody like my grandmother who might have a medical need right now might have, and they need to cross county lines, they have to call several different resources to book a trip. And we are trying to make that process to improve the customer experience and to save taxpayer dollars better. You know, we have a trip planning function on our website under the County Connect program where you can type in an address, as Kelly is showing right now, of where you live and where you're trying to go, and it'll show you what resources there are available. But even with that being said, a lot of that takes having to call a couple different places, maybe having to transfer on a couple different buses. So we're looking to see what we can do to streamline that technology so people could eventually have one centralized dispatch number to call with multiple resources, and we can see what all the resources are available for all of the providers in the area. I'm excited to say that we have a partnership with SECOA that is relaunching actually on Monday. So this is perfect timing. It's actually called the My Freedom program. And with that specific program, any single senior aged 60 or older can call SECOA starting Monday and fill out an application and request a trip to get somewhere in the community. So if they live in Marion County and are trying to get across county lines for a doctor's appointment, to go to church, to get their hair done, whatever reason, if they're trying to cross the county line, they can call SECOA and get a trip. That we are using our funding at CIRTA, and SECOA is using some of their funding as well to fund this service. If it's a Marion County, it's a Marion County trip. Those trips will still be served by Indigo Access. If they live in another county, such as, let's say, Hamilton County to Hamilton County trip, they can also use this service. In addition to seniors, this program called My Freedom will also be is a program for those with disabilities. So anybody who has a disability can go through a medical verification form with their doctor through SECOA and be able to use the trip for the same purposes as disclosed earlier. If they already have an Indigo Access card, they won't need that card. They can skip the medical verification process and go ahead and go through directly to fill out an application with SECOA. The application will take no more than 2 weeks to review, and that person will get a welcome packet and then be able to start booking trips. And so we're excited about that. And that's been a lot to talk about today. So I'm going to kind of just stop and see if anybody has any questions for me. And again, we're just trying to get the word out about what CIRTA has to offer. Make sure you guys are educated on it. It's exciting. Like Kelly said, I did definitely get my interest in love for transportation, living in England, but for a lot of other reasons too. I've seen firsthand with family members how not having transportation has affected people's lives, how that affects the lives of families. I've worked for CIRTA for 10 years, and every single day we get calls. Every single day we get calls, Monday through Friday, of somebody who's trying to get somewhere but can't get there for some specific reason. Whether it's there is no transportation in their area, whether they can't afford it, whether they have physical barriers. And we're just trying to help fill that gap and push for, better initiatives and get creative in the same time. So thanks for having me. I love what you guys do. I'm excited to learn more about your guys' mission and organization. And yeah, let me know if you have questions.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, does your service work if it's a one-time need or it's a regular need? In
Yes.
other words, so an
Or-
individual who has one trip to one place could contact you, as opposed to someone who wants to go to work every day.
Yeah, so if it's like a senior over the age 60, like for the SECOA program, yeah, they could. It could be a one-time need. And in that specific situation, they would contact SECOA, and we'll have information on our website starting on Monday, because again, the program is just launching. But yeah, it's even carpooling, it can be a one-time need. So there's no commitment with that. The only thing that I've talked about today that has a commitment is the van pool program, and that's a 30-day commitment in the van. But yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Roger?
Yes, I've got a question. Are you seeing the growth of need for this, or are you seeing an increase in customers coming to you?
Yeah, there's definitely been a growth and a need. I think the biggest, yes, I mean, let's look around us, right? Like Central Indiana's growing. We have more and more businesses coming into the area that are farther away from the core city. And the farther away we get from outside of where there's transportation, that need grows. And then with inflation, and how inflation has affected families, and when we have high gas prices, those are increasing again. The need it's definitely been more than it has in years past. It's almost like, just for example, I have 2 outreach members right now. I have an open position, and they're going to 2 events a day right now, promoting our services, registering numbers that I haven't seen in 10 years of working on CIRTA. So the need is there. I think the biggest struggle is that I find in being in my role for 10 years in different positions at CIRTA is that everybody wants door-to-door transportation in our region, but nobody wants to pay for it.
All right, gotcha.
And we hear that a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
Great programs, but no funding.
Thank you. Sounds like
You're welcome.
great
You're welcome.
program.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Jen?
Yeah, this is Trent Cowles. I just wanted to say this sounds like a great program, and thanks for doing this work, because you hear so often about the gap between where people need to go for jobs and where Indigo can take them. So I just wanted to say great work.
Thank you.
Indeed, indeed. Well, Jen, thank you for taking time to share this information with us. And as you saw, when you first started, some of us didn't even know you existed. So
Yeah.
we can use it, and we can share with our friends the opportunities if the need arises to use your program. Very insightful. Thank you. We'll be giving a donation in your name to Report for America, which is a national service program that connects early career journalists with newsrooms across the country to fill undercovered beats. Currently, we have Indy Star K-12 education reporter Carolyn Beck through this program, and she's able to dive into issues facing families, children, and educators in Marion County's township school districts. So thank you, Jen. We so appreciate you being here. Thank you, everyone. And I guess that's today's meeting. Have a great day, everyone. It's gorgeous outside. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.